Hi everybody, so in this video I want to show you how you can add more can openers to your DayZ community private server so that your lucky players will find it easier to open up those cans of cold beans and the like to have a nice little meal to stay alive. So I'm going to be using Nitrado's web interface as a example for this. You may well access your server via FTP or the like, but on Nitrado you do it like this. So you go to your services, click on the web interface gears icon, that'll take you in, and what we want to do is we want to get into the file browser down here in the bottom left hand corner. We click on that, and then you want to get to your missions folder. Now if you're on PC there's a couple of folders you've got to go through to get to this one, but click down and you'll come across the DayZ missions. And once you click on that, we want the Chernerus plus one for Chernerus. If it's Livonia, it'll be Enoch, so click on that. And once you're into here, we want to go into the DB folder, database, and the file we're interested in is the types folder, types file, types.xml down here. Now you can edit this on the website, however I'd recommend you download it and do it offline, because that way what you can do is once you've downloaded it, you can make a copy, always make a copy, and then you work on the copy. That's the trick. We always work on the copy. Now once you've downloaded it, I'd recommend you open it up in a text editor. You could use Notepad, however Notepad++ is a really good option, so just do a Google search for download Notepad++. It's a free text editor. It kind of colors things in so you can see mistakes better. A very powerful tool that you'll learn to love. And then the types file, this basically lists everything that's going to be, almost everything that's going to be spawning on your server, and this is where we can adjust the values of things. So as you see, it's in alphabetical order, starts with ACOG optic. So if we type Control F or whatever it is in your text editor, and what we want to look for is can opener without a space. So it's can opener, so one after the other. We go find next, there it is, so we shut down. So there's the can opener. So it's between these two these two type syntax. So type can opener and it finishes there. So the nominal value is how many how many should be available on your server at any one time. So there should be 70 can openers. Now DayZ is a pretty big map, Chernerus and Livonia, so there's not actually that many. The lifetime is how long it should last once it's spawned in. So it'll spawn in, it'll last that long, and then it'll despawn. So if we fire up the calculator, so it's 86,400 seconds divided by 60 divided by 60, so it's 24 hours. Now these are the vanilla values as of 1.09, so it may well be different, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. Restock, so that's the restock timer. So when the game is spawning more of these in, how long should it wait between each one? It's set at 0, and the minimum is 50. So the server waits until there's only 50 of these can openers left, and then it starts adding some more in. Quant min, quant max doesn't count because it's -1, so it means it doesn't mean anything for this particular item. The cost is 100, so it says, this is an important thing to spawn in. And then we have, how does the game count them? And basically it only counts them in the map there. So if someone's got them in a cargo, or they've got them so they've got them in like a barrel, or they've got them in a tent, or they've got them in a backpack, all that sort of stuff, don't count it. Only count it if it's lying there on the map. And then underneath we've got tag shelves, so that's where it should go. Its category is tools, so that's what it is. A tag name is shelves, so that's where it goes, and its usage name is town and village, tier 1, 2, 3 and 4. So if you haven't guessed already, if we wanted to increase the number, we would increase the nominal value. So now remember with DayZ, you can increase the values, but don't go mad, alright? So I would think you're normally safe to add 50% more of anything All right, but then what you really want to be doing is you want to be taking away some other stuff. So if I add, another 35 of these, so if we take this up to 105, what I should be doing is going through some of the other things, like maybe some of the dress shoes or the skirts, and taking out a number of those to balance things out. So we're adding things to the server, but we're taking stuff away so that we keep the server balanced in terms of load. Now we must make sure we increase the minimum. So as well, so let's increase that to 80. Otherwise, it's still not going to spawn in any until it gets 50. So now they'll start spawning in at 80. Then what we could do now is we could then save that, and then we could go back to here and we'd say upload file, and we'd upload that one on top of the types. Restart the server, and that types file would then start to take effect, and these things would start to spawn in again. Sometimes it's a good idea, I probably should have said this at the beginning, to stop the server before you do all this stuff, but it doesn't make that much difference with types files. Everything seems to work fine. However, and that would give you more can openers. However, what you might want to do, you might want to consider as well, is you might say, well, actually, I don't want my can openers just to spawn in towns and villages. I want to spawn them in other places as well. And the way that the loot economy works in DayZ is that things have a tag in terms of what they are, so clothes, containers, explosive, food, tools, vehicle parts, weapons, etc., but also where they go. So coast, farm, firefighter, hunting, industrial, etc. And our can openers spawn in towns and villages. However, you might think, well, actually, I want them to spawn in the military places as well. Because it would kind of make sense, wouldn't it? In a military camp where you find things like tactical bacon, you'd probably find some can openers, wouldn't you? That would kind of make sense to do that. So what you would then do is you could go back here, and then if we just make a space underneath here, if we make 2 spaces actually, and we just paste in military. So we're going to copy that, usage name equals village. We're going to copy that. I'm going to paste that into there, and then we're just going to copy military. We're going to paste it over village. We're going to get rid of that. So now what's going to happen is not only have we added 35 more can openers, they're also now going to spawn in at military bases as well. As as a tool, though they're still a tool, so they won't be anywhere. They shouldn't be anywhere inappropriate around a military base, but that's where they'll be. So then again, we would save that. We go back to our web interface, and then we upload that new file, restart the server, or if you're doing it via FTP, do it like that. So there we go, my friends. That is how you add more can openers to your DayZ Nitrado Private community server for PC, Xbox or PlayStation. Hopefully that's useful, and put your questions in comments down below. If you want any questions on how to increase the values of specific things, please put them down there and I'll do a video about them. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again soon.